Loves, it's Emmy. I am back. I feel like that's how I start every single one of these FlossTube videos because I haven't been. But yeah, I'm doing well. I lost my stitchy bug for a while. We had some pretty bad things happen to us as a family in June, July, and August. In June, we lost our dog, who it was really unexpected. He was 4.5. Yeah, it was one of the worst experiences I've ever had. I would actually probably say the worst experience I've ever had in my life. A month later, my father-in-law had a heart attack. He's doing fine, and now he's doing really well. And then in August, my grandmother-in-law, I guess, passed away. So suffice it to say, we were really ready for fall to be here. We were really done with summer. And obviously through that, my stitchy bug has kind of ebbed and flowed, but I lost it for a while. I was stitching a night here and there. I wouldn't say more than 5 nights in a month. And it was, 20 stitches. It wasn't anything major. I was still enjoying looking at cross stitch, but I didn't have that bug to sit down and stitch. I actually didn't even buy anything, which for me, usually my retail therapy is really big. So I did, however, get lots of things off Stash Unload. So that was kind of like my retail therapy, but it was okay because most of the stuff I got was like $1 or $2. So I'm in grad school now. I have a different job, which is lovely. I think things are on the up and up. And we got a new puppy in August. We were just kind of hanging out outside, and had just finished some yard work, and my husband and I we both kind of looked at each other and was just like, I think it's time. We were dog people for 4.5 years. We both grew up with dogs. But for 4.5 years, we were dog people. Everything revolved around our dog. And so not having that for 2 months was really difficult, and it was a big change for us. And we didn't like it. And, he was our first kind of our child together. And so it was really hard kind of taking that step of okay, we don't want to just replace him. So he was a male black lab. And so we got a female chocolate lab. And she's been a lot of fun. We forgot about the puppy phase. But she's been a lot of fun, and she's helped us move on in a healthy way, that it's not, we're not feeling sad about. I mean, we miss him obviously every day, but we know he's always with us and all that. So yeah. Anyways, crazy stuff. And my father-in-law, it was kind of a fluke thing. He's a really active guy. And he was on a bike ride, like a little he cycles, in just lower level, competitions and stuff. And after one of the races, didn't feel well. So I went into the, urgent care just to get him checked out. Thought he was dehydrated or something. And they're like, no, we got to get you to the hospital. So that was a crazy weekend. And then, my grandmother-in-law, it was up and down for a long time, for a couple months. The hardest thing though was that they had kind of cleared her to go home. They were like, hey, you're doing great. You can head home. And then 2 or 3 days later, it was she just down. So yeah. yeah, so that's that. That's why my stitchy bug was gone. But it's back now. It's been back for about a month or so. And I have realized that every single time I come back on FlossTube, it's because my stitchy bug has kind of come back up. So I'm hoping now that we're getting into the winter months. It's October 26th today. You know, I need more hobbies and stuff to do when it's dark out, because here in the Pacific Northwest, it gets dark about 4:45. So, and we're getting closer to that. Um, so I'll start off with some whips. I only have about 6 or 7 of them. I do actually plan on doing some new starts. There's a couple of things that I really would like to get done. I mean, or just to start, that I've had in my stash for a while. So anyway, let's start with my oldest whip, which is right here, and it's my zombie bathroom sign. And I gotta say, this one's close to being a UFO. I really want to finish it. It's just, God, it's so hard. It's so hard to, for some reason, I was stitching 4 strands. And this is like 14 count Ada, so it's not gigantic holes, but for some reason I decided to pick 4 strands. So here's where I'm at right now. It says, please wash your hands. Only you can prevent the zombie apocalypse, with some soap and then like some germy alphabet. And I love it. I love this piece. I have a feeling, like I said, this was probably the first cross stitch that I started. The Harry Potter bookshelf was very soon after this one. And that one's nowhere to be found now. But yeah, I don't know why I did 4 strands, honestly. I don't think I knew any better. Yeah. I mean, I love the coverage. I mean, you can't see any blue on that. But it's hard. My needle bends a little bit. It's really thick to get through. So yeah, we'll see. I do want to finish this. Like I said, I really enjoy this one. I think it's fun. I want to hang it up in our house. But it just, God, it's a difficult one. It's a tough one. So that is my oldest whip, zombie bathroom. It is in this little project bag that I made. I'll try to find the tutorial. I can't remember. I know it's a Missouri Star Quilt Company tutorial, and it's a gusseted bag. I think it's just called like zipper pouch. But so that's one of them. My next one is my Hawthorne Hollow, the map of Hawthorne Hollow. I'm actually going to change the fabric. It's too small. I love this even weave. I believe this is a 28 count even weave, and I love it. I was doing 1/1, but it's the color that I chose isn't conducive to the stitching. So there is one color in the very top border that's the called for thread. It's a DMC conversion, but it's the called for DMC. That basically looks exactly like, of course, no, I can't. Oh, there it is. It's right there. You can kind of see those stitches. There's only a couple of them in there. And if this piece was full coverage, I think it'd be one thing, but it's not. So there is going to be holes in the end product. And so I'm going to change it to an oatmeal. Either an oatmeal or a toast. I'm going to do a little bit of test on them, but then I also got a 14 count because I want it to be a bigger piece because I want it to hang in my home. And so I wanted it to kind of not be like a statement piece, but I want to have people be able to, see what it says from far away and that kind of stuff. So that's Hawthorne Hollow. So that was going to be a restart. I'm just going to rip out those stitches and redo it. So thankfully I didn't get too far, which is good. Okay, the next one is a new start for me that I haven't started yet, and it is the map of Westeros. So it's just kind of a big color blocking piece. So I have that one all kitted up with my Jon Snow needle minder. My next whip is my Hade. That is a Faces of Fairy. It'll look like that when it's done. And it's Faces of Fairy 81. And I was able to do a little bit of stitching on this. I actually started doing, I was doing just like 10 by 10 squares. But then I started doing a little bit more cross country with the colors. So I think that's kind of what I'm going to do now. You can see there's a little bit of confetti here. The problem is in this upper corner, there is just kind of a lot of color blocking. So the rest of this is all this color. So once I think I get into like here is when it really starts to change. But up here, it's pretty boring. So, but that's also fun. And this is, I think this is a 28 count Ada. No, maybe it is even weave. I can't remember. I think this is actually even weave. I don't know. Does Ada make a 28 count? Yeah. There's that. And then I have my Armada Designs Harry Potter class schedule, which is a mystery sal. And I am very far behind on this one. So I have that much done. Yay! So that's where I'm at with that one. And then I made this grime guard to go around it. And it actually matches a project bag that I've made for my roll frame, just up there. That is long with a zip top, and there's a gusseted bottom again, and then I included a little like accessories bag for anything else that you need. So yeah, the same pattern or the same tutorial. It's super quick and easy. I will definitely try to link it because it's awesome. And I do mine tall. I'll just show you the other two that I've made really quick. So I made this one, which is a space. Same, yeah, lined on the inside with just a black, but super easy. And I do all of mine tall rather than like square. Because they fit better in my backpack and the bags that I use are like that. This one's a little more square. It's a Harry Potter one. Again, it's gusseted at the bottom. And this one I also made a matching grime guard too. So I have to get better at grime guards. I still am not 100% sure what the best way to make them is. And then the last one, I guess. We went to Europe in April for a friend's wedding. They were getting married in Italy, and so my husband and I and my family, they were all invited to the wedding. It was people we've known since high school, but we actually were there for about 2 weeks, and we toured all around London. So I brought basically all my whips, and at that time there was only 4 of them. Or maybe I just chose to bring the small ones. But so I made a bag to house all of them in. So I made a little bit bigger of a gusset on the bottom. And then I also made this little accessory bag to go with it. which is basically the exact same. I actually did have Velcro on here, and then the adhesive wasn't very great, so it came off. But now it makes a perfect little project bag, so it's fine. Okay, so my other whip is my Field of F's. I say it because I don't know if I can say the actual F word on YouTube. I know that they're cracking down on that. So that is what it is. And I got this pattern off Etsy. It's a digital pattern, so I don't have a copy of it. But it will say, and see that it is barren. And right here, it's going to have like a little barren field. So, and I really like that. I think it's really cute. I like that font a lot. And it's in like kind of like a burnt red. You guys can see that. Yeah, and the lighting in here isn't the greatest, so bear with me, please. Okay, and then I think my last whip is my Night Watch Bros. And this is also an Etsy pattern. I don't have the front page. Nope, I don't. So sorry. But it looks like this. So I've done a little bit of progress on that. So, and that one's really fun too. I like doing that one a lot. It's going to be a lot of blue. And that's one where I did actually change the color combination because the called for blue was like an electric blue. And I explained a little bit of it in my last video, but I just felt like it didn't really go with the vibe of like Game of Thrones, you know? So it's funny, I have 2 Game of Thrones ones. Okay. So I'm going to put all of those back in. My plan is to make project bags for all of my whips so that I don't have to keep them in IKEA bags, Ziploc bags. But this works for now. Okay, so that is one break. That's my whip parade for right now. Next, I'm going to do my little bit of haul. And show you guys what that is. So, like I said, I kind of went crazy on Stash Unload, the Facebook group. If you guys haven't ever been on there, go on. It's awesome. My main goal was to build my stash. And that sounds weird because I know a lot of people are like, well, yeah, but you don't just want to buy random patterns. And yes, I don't want to buy random patterns, but I also want to buy things that are small. I love Hades. They're stunning, but I know deep down I'm a person where I can have 1 or 2 of those in my whip rotation, but if that's all I'm stitching, I'm gonna get burnt out and I'm gonna be done with it. I need those like kind of little completions every once in a while. Like I said, I'm in grad school, going back to school, and so I have now been kind of obsessed with getting all kinds of little teacher ones that are little quick stitches, and so I've gotten a couple of different little ones. I'll just kind of quickly go through. So these will be fun to stitch as well. Again, just quick little stitches. And then you're done. And then you have a finish, you know? And you can FFO it and... Oh. So I had fun looking for classroom and teacher ones. And then I also wanted to get some that were kind of, I guess, like the traditional cross stitch. So I got some Mirabilias. Well, first I got a Nora Corbett. This is Raven. And I got that off Stash Unload, which is very cool. And then I got 2 Mirabilias. I got Royal Games 1 and 2. So that's Royal Games 1. And that's Royal Games 2. I really loved those. So I got those 2. I've got that little one. Let's see. Oh, I did I guess I'll just put those aside, I guess. I've got some magazines. My plan is to teach history and science, and so I'll just talk as I'm showing you these. And so I also wanted to find some cool like patriotic ones. I thought that image was super adorable too. If you guys have any questions on these, let me know. Bought that one for the Santa, and a lot of these I think were like $1 on Stash Unload. So that one. And these ones are all like magazines. They actually have a couple. Bought that one for the stocking. That one was really cute. A Village Alphabet. It's just a leisure arts. Or no, this one's Cross My Heart Incorporated. For the love of cross stitch. I love that Apple alphabet. So cute. Classroom classics, right? Teacher, have to have those little ones. There's some really cute little motifs in there. I loved that like these were like cartoony. And even though I don't think I would ever stitch them like on a towel. Hi Mama. My cat is needy right now. Not my puppy though. She's done with the husband. That's a really cute apple sampler. So like I said, I just wanted to build my stash, right? That one was cute. I want to redo this one for our dog who passed away, and then make another one in Chocolate Lab. And then that one's really cute too. My husband and I both love to fish, so and then I also really liked that one. This one was adorable. I wanted it first for the Stitchaholic one down here that I thought was super cute, and then I noticed that there's the World's Best Teacher, so I had to get that one as well. I also wanted to look into small motifs to make Christmas ornaments out of, because our theme in our house around the Christmas time and the holiday time is kind of rustic-y, and so I was like, oh, that would look really cool if we could do. We already have a lot of kind of rustic and not antique-y looking ornaments, but just handmade ones, and so I found that little one. This is what kind of started it. Super cute. And that one's Pine Needle Christmas. And then I found a season sampler. Lane. Actually, I'm not super into this one anymore, but it's okay, whatever. It works. Antique Santas. Cute little Christmas. Cute for Christmas motifs. Christmas patches, which is really perfect for our kind of Christmas vibe that we have going on. I thought this one was just adorable to put in the kitchen. Our kitchen right now is kind of like green and white, and then our wood cabinets, and so I thought this would actually go really cute in our kitchen. So I might actually kit this one up because I think it's adorable. It's just so cute and little. I don't know. And I kind of love that it's old. It like makes it like more vintagey. As mentioned before, I love things that have to do with the seasons, and so I found this one and I loved it. I had to get that one. There's a friendship sampler that I thought was really cute, and this one kind of matches a kit I got at Hobby Lobby, color scheme wise. So like it was like a family tree. I think I have it. Yeah, so that's the family tree. And that's the friendship sampler. So similar colorways. Okay. Here's another Four Seasons little sampler. now when I have them all together, I realize how many there are. This is a Halloween folio. There's like 5 different designs on there. It's really dark, but you can see it. Another seasonal wreath. I love the idea of making things and then being able to replace them as the seasons change. Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. That one is really cute. I love this one. I love that like primitive look. This is the Winter Soapbox by Bent Creek. There isn't a summer one, which I was really bummed about, because I have the winter and then I have the autumn and then the spring. So I'm bummed that they don't have a summer one. If there is a summer one, will you guys let me know? Because I would love to have it. I would love to own it. This collection, obviously I got it for this apple down there. And then my last Bent Creek is the Teacher's Row, which is so adorable. See, they have a summer row and a spring row, but maybe I could just flip it. Ooh, that might be what I do. Okay, anyways. And then I got some prairie schoolers. So I got Stars and Stripes. Like I said, I'm going to be teaching history and science and probably English language arts. But so I got Stars and Stripes. That was cute. American Primitive. I really liked this middle one. That was my favorite one. And then I got some soda stitches from Trisha at 3 Owls. 3 Owl Threads. She was doing like a YouTube live thing, Facebook Live, whatever. So I got a Beauty and the Beast. A Peter Pan. A Sleeping Beauty. Fairy Tale Land 1. The Village in Fairy Tale. That was really cute. I'm excited to do that one. I love anything that has to do with like the, you know, like rows of houses and stuff. Flower Owls. And then I got a Stash and Load. This isn't a soda stitch. It's all in Korean. I don't even know. Oh, they do have like DMC. Okay, cool. Woo. But it is a little girl artist. And I thought she was adorable. And then, so in one of my last videos, I talked about kind of how annoyed I was at my LNS because it's expensive and stuff's expensive there. But I went in yesterday with my sister and we actually met the owner. She was there working. And I have to say, maybe last time that I went, I just had not been in the purchasing published designs and published charts world long enough to realize how expensive things are. So my idea of charts and patterns were from Etsy, where usually it's a digital download and it's $3-4. So once I started getting into all the Hot Ground Hollow ones and you know, the Blackbird Designs and the Prairie Schoolers and you know, all that kind of stuff, I started to realize that yes, okay, they are expensive. Some of them aren't that expensive, but some of them are. It gave me a little bit more appreciation, I think, for the shop. Some of them are still ridiculously expensive, but some of them are pretty reasonable priced. So I actually went and got 3 patterns and some Weeks Dye Works, which I really liked the color. So this is called Ultraviolet. I got 3 skeins of it because I want to try to do something with it. I just really loved this color, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to really see. The lighting is really bad in this room. Maybe that will help. Not really. Okay, anyways. It's like it's a lavender color. For sure. It's definitely more lavender than anything else. Maybe like that's not helpful. Okay. Anyways, it's like a lavender. And it ranges from kind of a dark to a light, almost like a lilac to a lavender. So it's really pretty. My hope was that I was going to do a really pretty Halloween black work design with using black or like a really marbled dark gray fabric, and then using this to do the black work instead of the other way around. I think in the example picture it has like a purpley marbled fabric with black. So I think I was just gonna switch those around a little bit. If not, it doesn't even matter because I will use this for something. I really loved it. There was also a brand of silks, and I can't remember what they were called, but I'm really excited to find something to use those for as well. I didn't buy any yet because I didn't want to buy them without having something in mind, but I can't remember what they're called. I'll buy some next time once I figure out. So then I bought a Cats, Bats, and Witches Prairie Schooler. I really like this one. Oh, I'll turn that off too. Ooh, obnoxious. And then I found two Lottie Da patterns. One is the Something Wicked. And so it's the Something Wicked, but this way it comes. It's the big shoe. And then the next one is the Toil and Trouble. Kind of like sister pieces. I really like those ones too. And they're not super big. Let's see. They're both they're only 167 by 66 stitches, so not too bad at all. And there's a blank space. It's not all stitched on. So that one might be a really fun one to start around Halloween and then get it done. And then I also am doing a Hocus Pocus piece. I don't have the pattern printed out yet, but I got my first set. I also got some more fabric I'll show you guys, because why not? I got some Hogwarts fabric, some Deathly Hallows fabric, and some Pokemon fabric to do some more project bags. And then I also got some clear vinyl to try to make little windows in them. So I might toy around with that this weekend. So I saw the DMC. I've always seen like the neon, oh, what do they call them? I don't know. But anyways, they're like the metallic-y. Not like the Kreinik and stuff, but like the shiny, right? And we've all seen those. There's those ones. I think they're supposed to be kind of like, I don't think they're not silks. Yeah, they're like the rayon. They're supposed to be like fake silk, based DMC's version of silk. So I got these, and I didn't really know what I was going to do yet. I actually figured it out when I got home, but I got these colors, orange and purple and green. And then when I got home, I was like, oh my gosh, it would be so cool to do a small little Hocus Pocus piece with these metallics. So that is what I'm going to do. So I just need to go back and get like a red and a yellow, I think, which they have there. They only have like kind of like the primary colors. So I needed it to be something that didn't have a ton of gradient in it. But so I'm excited to start that because I think that'll be really cute as well. And so I can put that up somewhere. But that is it. That is everything. So like I said, my plan is to check in with you guys more often. Really, it's for me. I think I hear a lot of people saying FlossTube, like, if no one else watches this, that's fine. It holds me accountable. It's nice to have, something to show my work too. And that sounds so sad, but it's true. And so my plan is to hopefully have a video every week, every other week, depending on how much stitching I get done. I want to try to not be so absent though. So that's my plan. But thank you guys for watching so much, and I will see you guys next time. Happy stitching. Bye.